XLM. Now, XLM's features usually consist of anchor assets, issued assets, consensus, and decentralized exchanges. The anchor assets are essentially issued assets that are onto the network that you're able to create, but they're paired to some sort of real asset in real life. Now, this could be $1 and a bank account and $1 on the network. This could be a gold in a vault or gold in the network, but it could be some sort of absolute paired asset that maintains its value to that overall object in real life. Now, where this difference is issued assets. An issued asset can be anything issued in any regard at all. And it doesn't necessarily need to be anchored, but typically how these assets are is they usually are the representation of whatever they're trying to display. The main difference between anchored is the anchored has a real form of it, like the gold or in a vault or $1 in a bank account. Where an issued asset could be going and saying, I'm going to issue you 5 Quincy bucks, and 5 Quincy bucks is worth $1 or whatever exchange that may be. It's an asset I'm able to issue on the network. It's something I'm able to interact with, and it doesn't have to be just a value token. It could also be utility tokens of some sorts, NFTs, but you can essentially create them willy-nilly. There's not really any sort of rules around them. Now, by default, you can actually send these assets to anyone else, but you can also add certain types of control assets to be able to control what the user is able to do with these assets once issued. Now, coming into consensus and decentralized exchange is XLM is also a decentralized exchange, and it also gets its native consensus by having a consensus algorithm constantly run over and over the network while being able to get the broader consensus among all of the nodes. Now, this is very similar to another token, XRP, but the main difference is there really aren't any broader tools like rippling or broader tools like trust lines when it comes to XLM. Although, yes, control assets are very similar to trust lines, they don't have the broader structure to them that the XRP network typically does. This is usually because the XRP network is structured typically for banks, while the XLM network is structured more for peer-to-peer banking. So it's not so much having the different structures involved, especially when it comes to the type of KYC structures that would need to be involved for a banking organization as opposed to just a peer-to-peer asset. Basically leaving there being a little bit less features, but for the most part doing